Okay, we are on 2018 FRQ number 6 here. It says consider a differential equation dy over dx equals 1/3 x times y minus 2 squared. A subfield for the given differential equation is given below. Sketch the solution curve that passes through the point 0, 2. So let's find that point first, 0, 2. 0, 2 is right here, okay? And so based on the curve, it looks like your graph is looking something like this, right? It's a horizontal line. That's how the slope is at that point. Okay, how about sketch the curve passes through 1, 0. 1, 0 is here. So again, if you follow the curve, it looks like it's going this way, coming down, and then going back up, going this way. So two separate curves going through two separate lines. Okay, all right. Next, let y equals f of x be the particular solution to the given differential equation with the initial condition 1, 0. So that is my x and y value, okay? And then, what does it want? Write an equation for the tangent line to the graph of y equals f of x at x equals 1. Use your equation to approximate f of 0.7. So I'm going to use this space up here so I'm not running too far away. So for part B, I know that f of 1 equals 0, and I'm going to use a tangent line to approximate f of 0.7. Okay, so I have my x and y. To write the tangent line approximation, I need the slope. So slope is using this equation here. So slope is dy over dx, which is 1/3. X is 1 times 0 minus 2 squared. So it's 1/3 times 4, which is 4/3. So my equation is going to be y minus 0 equals x minus 1. So y equals 4/3 x minus 4/3. That is my linearization. That's my approximation. So L of x equals 4/3 x minus 4/3. Okay, all right, that's not so bad. So now I am going to go ahead and plug in the 0.7 to approximate that. So I'm going to go ahead and go L of 0.7 equals 4/3. Now, since this is all fraction, I would suggest you just write it as a fraction. So 0.7 is 7/10, right? So that would give me 28. Oh, actually, let's reduce because I really don't want to have such big fractions. 2/5. Okay, beautiful. So I have 14/15 minus, okay, I'm going to make that so it's a common denominator. So minus 20/15. So I get -6/15, -2/5 if I reduce that down, right? And that's my approximation, okay? All right, then find the particular solution to a given differential with this initial condition of 1, 0. So my dy dx. So dy over dx equals 1/3 x times y minus 2 squared. Okay, separate your variables, right? Move all your y's to one side or x to the other side. So dy, when you move the y over, you got to divide. So divide by the y minus 2 squared equals 1/3 x dx. I'm going to rewrite this so it's a little bit easier to work with. Y minus 2 to -2 dy equals 1/3 x dx. Okay, now my variables are separated. It's a little bit easier to take the integral so I can solve for this. So I solve and go, okay, using chain rule, right? So let's take care of the power on the outside. Something to negative power. So add 1 to the power. So it's something, I don't know what that is. Okay, sorry, that was weird. Okay, so then something, you get y minus 2 to -1 divided by -1. The coefficient of y is 1, so I'm good with that. Equals 1/3 x squared over 2 and then plus c, right? So that is my first crack at it. I'm going to clean this up a little bit before I start plugging in my initial values. -1 over y minus 2 equals x squared over 6 plus c. All right, so don't forget your initial value. You have f of 1 equals 0. That means x equals 1, y equals 0. All right, so let's plug that in. I have -1 over 0 minus 2 equals 1 squared over 6 plus c. So that gives me -1 over -2 equals 1 over 6 plus c. 1/2 equals 1/6 plus c. Subtract the 1/6, you get 1/3 equals c. Right? So you can common denominator that if you want. Okay. All right. Now we need to go on. We need to put that c back into this equation right there. So -1 over y minus 2 equals x squared over 6 plus 1 over 3. So the best way to go about this is make sure the right side is one fraction, so then we can flip the left side too, right? So you get -1 over y minus 2 equals, if I multiply the second fraction by 2 over 2, I can make them a common denominator. So it'll give me x squared plus 2 all over 6. So now go ahead and move the negative over to the other side. So 1 over y minus 2 equals x squared plus 2 over 6, and this is negative, right? And then we can flip it around. So we have y minus 2 equals -6 over x squared plus 2. And add the 2 over, y equals 2 minus 6 over x squared plus 2. All right, so you can leave it as this, or you can common denominator this and make it one fraction, but this is pretty good. Okay, all right, that's it, guys.